Assalamu alaikum. My name is Eamaan Rabbat. I'm the Education Director of Rabata. I'd like to tell you all about our Tajwid program and how it can take you from beginner level all the way to an Ijazah in the Holy Quran. The level 1 Tajweed courses are for those who are beginners. You know how to read the letters, you know how to connect them, but you're still slow and you need to increase your speed and fluency and accuracy in reading. And so you can join either this morning class or this evening class. So 3 times a week, you get to practice so that you're able to read the Quran comfortably and fluently. After that, you're ready to start learning the rules of Tajweed. We have that in 2 parts. These are level 2 courses. The first part is learning the letters of the Arabic language, the sounds. How do they come out? Where exactly do I make the sound from? And how do I do it so that it comes out correctly? The teacher will use diagrams, explanations, sound, and video so that you can pick up the skill of reading. You'll also, in addition to that 1 hour theory class a week, you'll also have 2 hours of practice with a small group and a certified Tajweed teacher who has an Ijazah, who's able to help you correct your pronunciation so that you're able to pronounce the Quran the way that it was revealed, inshallah. After that, you take the rules and rhythm of recitation, and this tells us about when those sounds interact with each other, what happens. If I have this sound after followed by this kind of a sound, what kind of a sound comes out. So maybe it looks like min ba'di, but once I take the rules, I'm going to read it min ba'di, right? So there's different rules, and the way that you hear reciters reading is unified to some extent all across the board. Inshallah, we all want to learn the way to read it correctly. This course also offers 1 day a week of a theory class, in addition to 2 hours a week of practice with a small group and a teacher guiding you. If you already have the skills of reciting, but want to brush up on those rules and these letters and phonetics, you can take the accelerated Tajweed rules. And this will also have 1 hour of theory and 2 hours of practice a week, but this will cover the same content of the 2 level 2 courses, the letters and phonetics and the rules and rhythm of recitation. It will cover them in 1 term instead of 2. But for all these courses, you can take a Tajweed assessment, and inshallah, our assessment team will place you in the level that's right for you so that you won't have to start neither too early nor too late, so that when you come into the course, you find yourself at the level, inshallah, that's comfortable for you. After that, we found that students were still, if they weren't native speakers of Arabic, they were still not ready to start memorizing. Because yes, I've learned to read the last few pages of the Quran, the last 2 ajza or the last 40 pages very well with high proficiency and high fluency. But does that mean that I can open the Quran on any page and be able to read it, or is it still, do I still need work? And so that we included the Khitma project, which is where students are assigned to a one-on-one teacher. This is a level 3 course where you have a weekly session with Ustadha Samia from Quranic Ocean, who is really a very inspiring person who loves the Quran. So inshallah, she will meet with this class weekly to offer inspiration, motivation, and support during this project. This should take about a year for students to read the entire Quran from the beginning to end, one-on-one with a teacher, where she's going to be walking you through the rules and helping you to apply them correctly. You've already learned the rules, but now you want to make sure that you know how to apply them in any situation. For those who still feel that they're not ready to memorize, they can join a Fluency Khitma, and this is a group Khitma. It's a brand new course. I'm really excited about it. With the Tajweed Fluency Group Khitma, you can continue your work with Tajweed, continue to improve on your reading skills with your teacher, but also have a group that you're working together and have that accountability and that motivation to have daily Quran in your life. So you'll meet with your group and with your teacher 3 days a week. Students will take turns reading. Each one will read 1 verse in turn. The teacher will correct any mistakes and help you further refine your recitation. And inshallah, by the end of the 2nd term, you will have completed the full reading of the Quran together as a group. And then we can celebrate. After that, whoever's ready to start memorizing can register in this self-paced Quran memorization class. You'll have a class with Dr. Sadia Mian, who's the holistic endocrinologist, and she has also written a beautiful compilation of stories about women who've memorized the Quran. She's also designed a planner and journal which will help you to stay motivated to continue to work towards your goal and achieve your vision, inshallah. So you would be assigned to a one-on-one teacher where you memorize independently, you meet with your teacher, you recite to her, and you have a once a week class with Anse. We have also included a guided memorization course called Quran Memorization Juz' Amma. And this is for those who feel that they haven't learned the skill of memorization and they would like to learn how to memorize. So inshallah, this class will meet twice a week in a small group, and the students will be led through how to learn to memorize. She will help you memorize Surah Juz' Amma, and this will also span about 2 terms for this course, so that you work through all of Juz' Amma and come out at the end having done short little quizzes, assessments, so that along the way, so that you're able to gradually increase the amount of Quran that you're able to retain in your memory, inshallah. And you'll come out at the end with 20 pages, actually 24 pages of solid Quran that you have that you can read at any time, inshallah. For those wanting to work towards certification, we start with a 5-juz certification, or Ijazah in the Holy Quran, certification, Ijazah. These are the synonyms for each other. And what it means is that you have received the Quran from a teacher and you have recited to her and she has corrected your recitation. This teacher has orally recited it to her teacher and has received correction from her and has received permission to pass that knowledge on. And that teacher has taken it from her teacher, who has taken it from his teacher, who has taken it from his teacher, who has taken it from her teacher, all the way back to Hafs and Asim, all the way back to the Prophet ﷺ. So this is called a connected chain. And so we pray that we're able to be part of this connected chain and receive this ijazah or this certification to be able to retain that knowledge and be able to pass it on to others. So this five-juz certification is the last 100 pages of the Holy Quran. It's a first step. So once you have memorized Juz' Amma, whether you memorize it in this group setting or whether you memorize it alone and recite it to your teacher in this course, you have to memorize Juz' Amma, then you can sign up for the 5-juz certification. Once you've completed the 5-juz certification, you will sit with a Tajwid committee and they will test you on those 100 pages. And if they find that you know them well, then you will also receive that ijazah. You'll also have periodic check-ins with one or more committee members so that you don't come to the final committee test and feel worried about that. They will be people that you've met with and that you know and that have been helping you and guiding you along the way. For those wanting to work even more, once you finish the 5-juz certification, then you can sign up for the Tajweed Ijazah certification. And that is an Ijazah or a certification in the whole Quran from beginning to end. Every student who works towards a Tajweed certification needs to have memorized the 5-juz, the 5 ajza at the end of the Quran, as well as the Jazariya poem. These are 2 elements that you need to have memorized. And then students of the full ijazah can decide if they want to finish the ijazah by memorizing the rest of the Quran, the other 25 juzah, or do they want to just read the rest from the Quran from the page with their teacher? That would be a conversation to be had on a case-by-case basis between students and their teachers and the Tajweed committee. The Jazariya course is also a course that we're offering this term, and this is for students who are working towards ijazah. So for those who are already in the 5-juz certification or in the Tajweed Ijazah track already, they can take this. This is a poem written by Imam al-Jazari, who is a scholar who wrote a beautiful poem in the Arabic language, which teaches the rules of Tajweed by using the rules of Tajweed. So it's an educational tool. And it shows us it explains the rules of Tajweed in a really beautiful way. And we have it in this book, which you can purchase with the book that you're getting. And so this is a full poem with its explanation, which explains to us how to pronounce every sound in the Quran and those special cases of different things that are pronounced differently. Our goal at Ribaat, again, is not just so that we learn to read the Quran beautifully, but also that we read it correctly, that we understand how we're doing that and why, and how to teach it to others. And so that's why in every course you'll see we have a theory element along with a practical element. So we want everyone to be able to pass the knowledge on, to be able to explain it. I always describe it as the difference between I know how to drive a car or I know how to fix a car if I see it. If I see a mistake in it, if something's going wrong, it's a very different skill set, right? Two very different people. The person who knows how to drive and fix it is better equipped to help and support others. And that's our goal with this program.